Hey y'all, welcome back to Harmon Homestead. So guys, I'm in the kitchen today. I promised you this video. Yesterday, we did our open flame campfire cooking for our homemade tortillas. So today, we are going to make homemade prepper pantry freezer burritos. The ways that you can do this are endless. You can do this breakfast burritos with eggs. That's super easy and super economical. If you have chickens and need to use up a lot of eggs, scramble some eggs, put them in these burritos. All we're doing is using these tortillas and filling these up. What I used this morning, I took a $1 sack of pinto beans, dried pinto beans. They're cheaper if you get the 5-pound sack at Dollar General. I think it's 5 pounds for $4, but this is all they had, so I got this just for this video. I've got beans here as well of the pintos. I just grabbed another sack. I cooked these in the Instapot for 1 hour on manual pressure. I just deep pressurized these. These are cooked pinto beans. We are making refried beans to go in these burritos. So I'm going to show you that. We're going to put them in the freezer. So when you need it, it's cooked. You just pop it in the microwave. Boom, you're done. If you want to, you can put them in the oven, however you choose to heat them up. This is so economical, okay? For the tortillas, I made 8 to 10. We're looking at 40 cents for the flour. I believe it come out to 45 cents. I'm using Great Value all-purpose for 3 cups. Then I am going to use vegetable oil in this, but I also use vegetable oil in my tortillas. That come out to a total of $1 between a cup of vegetable oil and the flour. So that's not bad. That's not bad at all. And the beans, $1, and that's going to fill up a whole lot more than 8 tortillas. I'm going to have to make some more, either put it in the fridge and eat on it later. So for $1, you can make this much cheaper than these bean burritos I'm showing you at the beginning of the video that are $6.50 for 8, okay? Mine may be smaller, but they're going to taste just as good, okay? And it's easy. So you can make just gobs of these things and put them up in your freezer, and you've got a meal to go quick. Now, if you don't have power, don't have electricity, power goes out, you've got these in your freezer, pull them out, you can heat them over a fire. Done. They're cooked. That's the beauty. You could add ground meat to these. You could add anything. The sky's the limit. Whatever you choose in a burrito. I'm just going to show you these refried bean and cheese burritos. I'm going to bring you over here and show you what we're going to do. Right, first things first. I've got my little pinto sack I'm going to get out of the way. Here's the beans. I am going to use some vegetable oil. If you have olive oil, that's fine. Just drizzle a little bit in the beans. Just like that, just enough to get it to stick together, okay? You could do onion with this. I am not, personally. You could chop up an onion. I only have one left in the house. I don't want to use minced onion. I'm making gumbo tonight, venison gumbo. Garlic powder, that's just what I'm using. Flavor this to however you want to. Cilantro, anything of that nature. I'm going to put a little bit of salt down in here. Smells great. I just want a little bit of pepper. Just a little bit. And then I tell y'all this over and over, if you want anything to taste like authentic Mexican, you need ground cumin. You can grow this, you can buy this. And guys, stock up on your spice shelf, because they're saying this year that the spices may go in pretty good demand, and they won't have enough supply to keep up with demand. So you may want to check that. I know at Dollar General yesterday, they didn't have hardly anything. So all they had was the garlic powder, salt, and pepper. All right, now I've got a jar of this. This is just to show you what we're going to eat with these. Pour salsa and all on top once you've cooked it and it's done. Otherwise, this is all you need. Now, I am going to take a potato masher, and this is how you make refried beans. No kidding, guys. This is it. Like, don't go buy the can of refried beans. You literally just mash up well-cooked pinto beans. And when I cook my pinto beans in the Instapot, I don't pre-soak them. Because look, this is after 1 hour on high pressure. They were dried completely. I rinsed them off and dumped them in the pot. So do not go through all that trouble. Don't. There's no point if you have the Instapot and want to use it. That's just my opinion. So you can see it's starting to already get that look. The oil is just kind of to make everything moist. Don't use a lot of oil. A lot of recipes will tell you that. Just drizzle a little bit over it. Whatever kind of oil you want to use. And you just continue to mash. This is going to make so many burritos. This right here, and this was $1. $1, guys. $1. Now, I'm going to have to make some more tortillas. And my grandmother, I bought her a pack. Well, she wanted pre-bought tortillas. So we got her a pack, and she didn't want to use them. So I'm going to go get those today and fill those up too. I'm not going to waste it. That's being frugal. This is frugal. Cook with dried beans. Be creative. I bought a dried beans cookbook, and I'm going to tell you, that to me was the most wasteless point of money. Like, they don't tell you what you can actually do, and it's not what people eat. It's all this random stuff and random ingredients that I can't even pronounce. And I'm just showing you what you can go get at Dollar General to make for $1 and something very practical. Now again, you could cook these over an open flame. You could cook the pinto beans over the open flame and turn around and do this too with it. So the open flame cooking, guys, it's very liberating because I'm seeing that I can do this stuff and it does not require the kitchen. Now, also, guys, while I'm stirring up these beans, I am going to address this. I did a YouTube short on our open flame campfire off-grid tortillas right here. And I had a comment, and the person, I don't know if it was a person, a bot. I never thought there was really bots. I thought, well, that's just people making that up. I'm starting to think there really are bots. I don't know. But I couldn't really understand what the person was saying. But from what I gathered, he was saying that I'm not off-grid. No, I'm not off-grid. I'm not off-grid at all. Now, I took the comment down because it got pretty rough, but I'm not off-grid. I've got power. I've got Instapot. I've got a KitchenAid mixer, microwave, oven, stove. I am totally plugged in, but it would be my dream to be off-grid. And if you don't like paying so much for an electricity bill, cooking on a campfire will help. Turning off your lights will help. Doing this stuff helps. It's just being frugal. And that would be a dream of mine. And that's why I put hashtag off-grid, because somebody living off-grid may want to see that. Guys, where we live, it's in rural Alabama, but there's 2 families on this road that live completely off-grid. Now, when I say off-grid, they have complete solar. But hey, you know, they still go to the grocery store. And I know this because I know these people personally. So what I'm saying is, no, they're not growing every ounce of food. The guy in the comments said, well, all-purpose flour and vegetable oil is not being off-grid. Well, you can still cook off-grid, but go buy the ingredients. I don't know a lot of people that grind wheat berries and make their own oil. Maybe they render lard. I don't know. Not today. They don't. But every little bit helps, and it's still skills to know. And I'm just having fun with it. I told my dad he can weld, and I said, look, I want a tripod for Christmas. I want you to build me this, and I want to be able to cook over an open flame. That's why I call it open flame. I don't think many 31-year-old girls can go out here and do this. I really don't. And I think it's very good that I'm trying to learn. So that's why I put off-grid and open flame, campfire. You know, if you just want, you can do it in a fire pit in your backyard. You can do this. So I'm just trying to inspire others and show them how to be frugal and try to spice it up a little bit. Hey, if you live out in the country, build you a fire. Learn it. You know, I wish I had years ago because it's so fun. So, you know, I'm used to lighting charcoal and throwing some wood over it and having a fire pit in the backyard. That's what I'm used to, not actually cooking over it. So that's kind of what it was. And he said at the end, he said, you're just selling ideas. I'm not selling you anything except I'm telling you to go get a $1 bag of pinto beans. So, and there was no product to be had. My dad made all that stuff. He welded it together. So, anyways, I took the comment down. I don't know if he was confused or what. And if I'm not off, no, I'm not off-grid. But I don't want to be misleading if I am. I'm just trying to show you how to cook like the old ways. I'm trying to keep you from going to fast food restaurant every night. Okay, I do too. I do too. Me and my husband do. Times are chaotic. Things have happened. Yeah, we'll go get a burger. It's few and far between though, because we've changed our lifestyle to this. And, you know, this is one reason I don't have to work, because I do stuff like mash up $1 pinto beans. So, you know, and we're very, very frugal. We save everything we've ever made. So that's the whole point, okay? I just thought it was cool to especially show a lot of these people around here. They're craving knowledge for off-grid. They're craving knowledge to learn how to do things the old way. A lot of these people are retired. They are just as lost as I am, even though they're older. So that's why I'm doing that, and I just want to help people. So anyways, okay, I think I have got my frustrations mashed out in these beans. You're still gonna have some of the husk in there. That's okay, but you want it to look like this. If you don't mind the little chunks, that's fine. I really don't. You could get them even smoother. Some people might use an immersion blender. I don't know, but I like mine kind of chunky, if you want to know the truth, just like that. So that's good to me. And now we're going to fill these up with cheese and the pinto beans, refried beans. All right, so let's show you. Here's a tortilla shell right there. Again, these are very irregular. And I've got actually a little cheese already in my mix here. Right there, a little bit more. Now, I'm notorious for putting too much, so I'm leery to even put that much in there. A little cheddar cheese on top. Roll. Yeah, I could have went more with him, but that's okay. Tuck. And tuck. Now, I'm not going to be able to show you, like, again, I'm not the world's best burrito wrapper. Just like that to freeze it, okay? And then it should freeze in this position, and that way you can just pop it out. No, it's not secure. You're going to have to hold it when you're eating it, or either use a fork or a knife to cut him open. But that'll keep your ingredients from falling out. So it's not a bad little burrito. It's homemade, and that's how you do it. All right, y'all. So I saved one burrito for myself. I want to eat for lunch. Here's the other ones. I'm going to put them in the freezer. Homemade burritos. Again, they're not the prettiest, but they will be great tasting. I want you to see how much of the beans that I've used. I've got over half a pot left. So 50 cents plus $1 will make you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 burritos, $1.50. Guys, you can't beat that. You can't beat that. And compared to the ones at the store, and you know that they're homemade and they're delicious tasting. So that's very frugal. Very, 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 very frugal. And it will feed you. Even if you just want to cook these for supper and don't want to put them in your pantry. It's just a different idea and meal idea to get you going, get your wheels turning. Guys, when you heat them up, pour some of this homemade salsa over it. Get enchilada sauce, anything that you like, and season it to taste. And that with some rice is a cheap, easy, protein-packed, filling meal that's not bad. It's not bad a bit. Breakfast burritos may be next for our prepper pantry. All right, guys, keep following along. We'll see you next time on Harmon Homestead.